Hello everyone and welcome to Miss Skeggs' Reading Assembly. I hope you've all enjoyed reading the different types of books in the 20 Books to Read to 2020 challenge. The deadline for entering the competition is Friday the 11th of December, so there is still just under a month to complete the challenge. Remember to hand your sheet to your class teacher to be entered into a raffle draw for your class. Last week, I talked to lots of children about what they liked about reading, and this is what they said. Master Drew said he really liked reading as it got into his mind and made him wonder. Najma said you can read anytime you're bored. And Emily said she liked reading books as it lets you wander in the author's imagination, which I thought was a really lovely image. What about you? What do you like about reading? Pause the video now to share your ideas. I'd also like you to think about where you like to read. What makes somewhere a good place to read? Do you like to read on your own or with someone? Think about your answer. Pause the video if you'd like to discuss your ideas. Here are some more things children at John Burns have said about reading. This time they're sharing books they have loved reading this year. Hugo said he liked reading The Chamber of Treasures. He said it was exciting and they're trying to stop the bad guy. Oseritin said he liked reading Horrid Henry because he's horrid, he's unkind to his brother and he's funny. And Katie Ann said she liked reading A Series of Unfortunate Events and she liked it when Count Olaf pretends to be Shirley. And that makes her laugh. And here's a Blue Peter clip with celebrities discussing their favourite books. Do you agree with their choices?
The first book I ever read that really transported me to another world was The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
My favourite books of all time in the Harry Potter series. I've never experienced being so kind of engrossed in something.
I didn't have an awful lot of friends, and I think I got really into the whole famous five thing. So suddenly I would transport myself into the story and I'd have loads of friends and we'd go on loads of adventures.
I remember reading The Hobbit, you know, the story of this little character who goes on this epic journey. And I felt like I was being introduced into a whole new universe. And the best books do that for you.
I used to read books to find out as much as I possibly could about Vikings. And I found out all sorts of extraordinary things.
I used to read a lot of dinosaur books. I was absolutely fascinated by dinosaurs.
In our house, we always had a copy of the Guinness Book of Records.
I used to get the Guinness Book of World Records for Christmas every single year. It would always be under the tree.
I would kind of always flick through it and look at a man with a big beard of bees.
And I used to love it and learn a lot from it until the day I discovered The Lady with the Longest Fingernails, and I was terrified of it.
I think the coolest thing about reading is when you read the book, what you're seeing in your head will be completely different to what everybody else does.
You're not shown what people look like or what a place looks like. You're kind of urged to imagine it for yourself.
I love books that move you, so that either move you to laugh or move you to tears, to make you cry.
With a book, it's just you and this weird little code we call the printed word. You're the one who makes this thing come alive, and that is the magic of it.
Tracy Beaker was definitely one of my favourite characters. I just think all of Jacqueline Wilson's female characters are really good. They've got a good attitude, you know, they like really stick up for themselves.
You take over from Tracy, she's fed up of dancing with a constipated elephant like you.
And it's nice now when I'm on CBBC introducing Tracy Beaker. What's weird is that I used to read those books and watch them, and they're still so popular today. That's how amazing they are.
I think it's so important to hold a book in your hands, because when you hold a book in your hands and you feel the pages, I think that you connect to the ideas and the stories in a way that you can never do on the screen.
Pictures were really, really important to me. Whether it was in history books or whether it was in books of fiction, I needed pictures a lot, and I'd look at the pictures again and again and again.
I probably got into reading first through comic books, through the Dandy and the Beano. And when you're not maybe a big reader, which I probably wasn't when I was younger, being able to be told a story just through an image was very useful.
So never say, I'm not a reader. It's just that you haven't found the right book for you. You might like a funny book, and somebody else might like a scary book. Try lots of different kinds of books, and then you'll find the right book for you.
So finally, which books have you enjoyed reading this year? Have you read lots of books from the 20 Books to Read to 2020 challenge already? Tell someone a book that you would recommend from one of the categories. Good luck with the challenge.